time in their short history, the Las Vegas Golden Knights have won Game 1 of the Stanley Cup Finals. And what a Game 1 it was. As I said in today's earlier video, this series is going to be a must-watch. These are two very exciting, very electric teams, and this game offered saves, it offered greasiness, it offered nice goals, and we'll talk about it. However, one very controversial moment came in the third period. Vegas was up 1-0. Tkachuk flips an absolute pancake up the middle of the ice. I get you're putting it in the air, but still, you probably want to simply clear your zone. Mark Stone knocks it out of the air, controls it, and just quickly snipes it. Incredible hand-eye coordination, but is it a legal goal? Well, Florida would challenge based on missed stoppage of play, and importantly here, because he didn't actually score off the high stick directly, the play should only be dead if Mark Stone knocked the puck down when it was above his shoulders. This was honestly such a tough call because Stone is leaning into it, and the puck is far away from his body. The review was short, the goal would count, giving Vegas a 2-goal lead with just over 6 minutes remaining. I think in this case, there just wasn't enough clarity without like perfect optics and cameras to figure it out 100%. And in that case, where there's not overwhelming evidence, the call on the ice stands. But yeah, I think that goal will be one of the main stories talked about until Monday evening. And after that point, the game really devolved. There was some rough stuff. Florida took a few penalties. However, they almost got back into it with a short-handed rush, but Adin Hill absolutely shut the door. And Vegas was able to ice the game with an empty net. Adin Hill had some spectacular saves this game. So did Bobrovsky, by the way. About 4 minutes in, he absolutely stoned Vegas on the 2-on-1. But Adin Hill had maybe the save of the playoffs. He found himself a little out of position and just absolutely slides back to rob Florida of what should have been an empty net goal. Honestly, if he doesn't make that save, the tone of the series could be wildly different, especially where it was Florida who actually took the first lead of the game when Adin Hill put himself out of position and Eric Stahl scored the short-handed wraparound. Hill overcommitting and losing net position was actually a weakness talked about by Hank Lundqvist. Vegas would tie it on the power play in the first, then in the second would go up 2-1 on a screened shot. However, after sustained pressure and some post shots, Florida would tie it with 10 seconds left in the second, silencing the Vegas home crowd. However, the game-winning goal would come after a nice, hard-working long shift by the Eichel line. Eichel, by the way, hasn't scored since the Edmonton series, but he's looked great, and he continued to do so tonight. He'd get an assist on this one and the empty net goal. And yeah, that's pretty much all she wrote. Vegas takes game 1, but I've gotta say, what a spectacular game, and how great is this for the NHL? I know there's been lots of conversation about how this is growing the game. To me, the biggest evidence of that is Florida's crowd, and yeah, this was a Vegas game, but the Panthers actually sold tickets so the fans could watch the game in the